Alright, so this is the game I played today. I had a very nice game against Alden Silverman 59. Anyway, let's get into it. So my opponent plays e4. I played the only opening that I know, the Caro-Kann, of course. He goes for the advanced, which is one of my favorite variations of the Caro, because I honestly love this variation. I don't know any theory in the Caro, I just played this because it sounded fun, and now I just know it very well. So I know that bishop f5 is best. He goes for the tall variation with h4. The idea being, of course, if I were to play e6, he would go here, 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 and my bishop would be trapped, and I would, of course, not be doing too hot. Instead of doing that, I, of course, play a better move. I play h6, bishop d3, I trade off the bishop, I go e6 to prevent him from going e6, because if I let him go e6, then I either double my f-pawns like this and get into some variations over there, which are unpleasant, or I allow him to take on f7, and there's not much good there. So I play e6, I go c5, another idea to put the knight on c6, goes c3, knight c6, knight d2, and I play another useful developing move in the Caro, which is, of course, the move rook c8, lining up over here, making sure that he will be not happy if he castles on that side of the board, because, for example, let's just say something random. Goes here. I'm just making moves. Here, here. Let's say just take, and castles. Why can he not? Oh, it's not his turn. Here, castles. I'll obviously have some sort of discovered checks over here. This, for example, would win the queen, and I'll always have pressure on this a pawn over here. So let's get back over to the variation. He here takes my pawn, recapture. He goes here, and I spend a lot of time here because I'm very confused about which is the best move. I could either go back to e7, target this pawn, and maybe prepare some g5 in the future, or I could come back here to play bishop c7 and pressure the e5 pawn. And I eventually decided to go for bishop e7, which is wrong. The best move is bishop b6, and eventually, for example, having to go back over here and pressure this pawn in some lines. But I wasn't very sure about this because at the end of the day, he would have some bishop f4 stuff to just defend, and it's dubious. It's dubious, very, very dubious. So I go bishop e7. Oh my god, the lag. Sorry about that. He goes bishop e3. I go the move a6 because at this point I'm just waiting. I really need to get my knight out to one of these two squares, and I don't really have any other moves because my bishop is perfect. I guess if I really was smarter, I could have played the move h5 here, because then my knight could get out this way. Yeah, but whatever. So I play a6. I go queen b6 because, again, I have nothing. And he castles. And I'm so very happy he does this, because now this pawn on h4 is an incredible, incredible weakness that I can exploit right away. So I bring my queen back to d8, which is not a good move. But he just defends his pawn like this, which is, it's fine. And now I play h5. What I think he should have done here is played h5 himself, and now my knight doesn't really have a good square over here, and I probably have to go here. But anyway, he goes back for this. I play h5. He goes queen d2, which is very confusing. I don't really know what that does. I go knight h6, developing my knight, of course, and he hangs the pawn on h4. I don't really know about this. I don't think that this was planned. I don't think this was like a pawn sacrifice by him. But nonetheless, he goes here, knight d4, rook back, and bishop e4, bishop f4. And my one mistake of the game happens here. I play knight g4, which is unfortunate. Apparently the computer wanted me to go bishop e7, I believe, and then I guess the idea would be to push forward with g5 in the future, and my knight could like come over here. Then h4, h3, h2, I win the game. Instead, I put my knight on g4, f3, and I here give back the pawn with the move g5. Takes, and queen e7 defends against checkmate. And I'm thinking that I'm gonna win this game. I feel like this attack here, I feel like my position is just kind of perfect. Although there's not really any real attack, he's gonna either have to trade off this pawn on h5, and allow my rook in, allow my rook to come up, and then I'll bring my other rook. It'll be really dangerous. Or he'll let me take and open up the file that way, and this would just be, it's lights out. His king has like no moves. I'm gonna bring my rooks over and checkmate. Checkmate's gonna happen. So he captures. I still have an advantage, and rook f3 is a big mistake because of bishop g4, rook h4. And now the idea is very simple. I need to get my other rook into the game. So I play king d7, and this, I'm very proud of this move. Very proud of this move. I play rook ch8, which sacrifices my queen because this would be a pin. This would be a pin against my queen. But fortunately, after he takes on f7, which is the move he played in the game, I am able to play the move rook h1 check. He moves his king out, moves the king to f2, capture the rook, and then this is a quick checkmate. And I'm ashamed to say that I did not see that this was checkmate, but I just thought I was winning. But I mean, whatever, still won the game. And that was this game. It was pretty fun. So let's reiterate. It's a Caro-Kann advanced variation, tall variation. A lot of theory. He trades the bishop off early, which is kind of strange. I wasn't expecting him to do that. I'm able to get a decent position out of the gate, and we kind of have a little stalemate here for a while. Not a stalemate in the chess sense, stalemate in like the war sense. We kind of had a stalemate here for a while where we're just looking at each other with no real plan of action for either side. That happens for a couple of minutes, and then he castles, which I think is the biggest mistake of the game. And this was another mistake. I should have played h5 immediately to get my knight out, but I didn't see that. I saw that after I played queen d8. And after he hangs the pawn, the game is already pretty much over here. We do a little piece trade, and I'm able to open up the h file. I kick the queen out from his mate threat. I bring my other rook over, sacrificing my queen, and I'm able to take the win. So I hope you enjoyed. That was a game that I played today. I think I played pretty well. I played at I believe 95.4% accuracy, which is pretty darn good, pretty close to perfect. And yeah, I'm proud of this game. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this instructional. Good evening and good night.